Okay, I just want to note that if I vanish, disappear, or suddenly not found, this is the video that did it. I'm gonna keep it real with you, okay? I ain't playing no games. I'm going straight. Sometimes I get very straightforward with my videos, and this is one of them. All right, I don't want you saying this is conspiracy theory, save it. I don't even want to hear it, because look who we have in office. You read the title of the video. If you are poor, you need to stay your butt home when this stay-out order is lifted. Stay home, okay? You will not benefit from this. You won't. Your life will be more at risk, and it is not being lifted to save you or for your benefit. It's not, okay? And understand this. The people who we have in office, do you really think they, decided this for us? And I'm not talking about dirt poor people, okay? You don't have to be dirt poor to be poor, okay? We're talking about according to how much things cost and according to how much you make. If you're making $50,000 a year, guess what? You're not really doing that good financially. I don't care what you say, okay? Unless you are living as a minimalist, $50,000 is not taking you far if you living in a home with 3 people. It's not. And you're taking care of 3 people. It's not. You better be by yourself. Now that we covered that if you're making under $100,000 a year, you are considered still poor in America. Okay, let's get back on track because my camera cut me off. First of all, don't you think it's mighty convenient that suddenly there's a rush to lift the stay-at-home order when stimulus checks have been sent out, when a lot of people have been able to apply for unemployment? Let's keep it real. A lot of rich people are not applying for unemployment. They're not, okay? Some of them got huge savings and they don't need unemployment. Unemployment is, really a lot of people that's low income is applying for unemployment. So don't you think that's mighty convenient? Well, the reason why they sat up here and pushed the issue at lifting the stay-at-home order is so that everyone can run out and spend their stimulus checks. People can say, oh, I've been at home so long, I need a relief. I'm going to run to the movie theater. I'm going to run to Walmart and spend all my money. I'm going to go on a shopping spree. I'm sorry, but you know where that's going, right? You know where that's going. It's going to be a whole lot of wasted money and not buying supplies that you need to protect yourself from the virus, supplies that you need to eat, okay? People's electricity and stuff going to get cut off because you know what's going to happen. That money that they got on their stimulus was to cover what they couldn't afford while they were out of work. But they're going to use the money for fun stuff that's fun, that's not really for self-improvement. Toxic fun. Yeah, like going to the movies over and over again, that kind of stuff. Let's keep it real. A lot of wealthy people are not concerned about going to the movies. You know why? Because their home is set up to be a movie theater. They got a movie theater right in their home. Seriously, they got it set up that way. They got a room that's just for their movies. Okay, so who do you think going to the movie theater? People who have low income, who got them stimulus checks. They're going to run to the movie theater. They're going to be in those theaters with all that breath because, you can only sit a couple of seats away from each other so many times before it just still be too many people in the theater. And have you ever noticed a bunch of windows open in a movie theater? No. So doesn't this make you wonder that, there's a push to open the movie theaters at the same time that the stay-at-home order is being lifted? Mighty convenient, huh? mighty convenient. Let's get all the poor people all in the same place at the movie theater, because a lot of them love to run to the movie theater to feel like they're rich people because they can afford this movie theater with their stimulus checks. And hey, all that breath just being contained in that theater with no windows open. A lot of them can get the coronavirus then. See, the enemy, real good enemies, are very good at strategizing their attack while pulling the wool over your eyes, while throwing you crumbs and making you think I'm for you. Narcissists and psychopaths will throw you a crumb to make you think they're for you, when really it's to get their claws into you and suck the life out of you, and to get you at a point where they milk you to death of your life force, and to the point where if you don't die, you're going to wish you was dead. So, don't you think all of this is convenient? There's no rush to open a school system. Why would they? The rich people do not need the school system. They can pay someone to come to their house to educate their kids. They can afford those expensive college books by mail. They can cover that expensive shipping fee, and they can buy that big law dictionary for their kid. They can afford all that. They can afford $100 college books to get sent in the mail, and don't have to worry about taking out loans. I mean, let's get real. 9 times out of 10, if your kid was not already getting education online, 9 times out of 10, it's going to really hit your pockets to get them to take education online. Now, why? Because student loan people are suffering right now. Their fees and their interest fees are high as hell right now. It's difficult to get a student loan right now. Believe me, it's going to be stiffer requirements of credit history just to get a student loan at this point. Okay? So, guess what? A lot of poor people, and that's it, admit, a lot of them are uneducated. Why? Because a lot of poor people tend to drop out of school because they're not healthy enough to go to school, because they're not eating right, they're being discouraged, they're being made fun of at school. So a lot of poor people drop out of school. They didn't get their GEDs, or they only got their GEDs, and they don't have enough information to educate their children at home. So what's going to happen? What's going to happen to the No Child Left Behind now? There's going to be a lot of kids left behind that's poor. So I'm telling you, this stay-at-home order to lift it, it's not for poor people. It's the benefit from us. Because let's keep it real. A lot of the money spending, frequent money spending, is coming from poor people. Because here's what's happening. Poor people are making a lot of money, but they're not investing it and not saving it. So what happens is the money just keeps going back out and keeps flowing towards the rich. So the rich get richer. This is what's going to happen when this stay-at-home order is lifted, okay? Too soon, like they're trying to lift it too soon. Now, I'm going to be right back, and I'm going to go deeper into this discussion. Don't go nowhere. Okay, so I know you're thinking, what? There are people outside protesting right now saying, we want the stay-at-home order lifted. I would rather die than see my business that I had my family had 4 generations go under. I'd rather die. No. Understand that a lot of people that's running these businesses they had for 4 generations, they're barely showing up at the business. They have a nice little slave chain of people, list of slaves to run it for them. See, people that are running these businesses they've had for years and making all that money running their business, of course they want their businesses open right away. They're not that worried about getting the coronavirus. They could sit at home and just go to the bank account and look at all the money that their slaves are making them. So think about it. Of course they're going to take to the streets and say, please let us back open. And then there are people who are almost rich, or who think they're rich, who are still making under $100,000 a year, but think, hey, I'm making more than the next person I know in my neighborhood, so I'm almost rich. I want my business open. Okay. They think they want their business open because they think they're rich. Okay. Now I know what you're saying. The law of attraction says you are what you think you are. Okay. Let's go with that. But understand, there's a price you pay for that. If you think you are rich, okay, and you say, I want my business back open, okay, and you got a couple slaves running that little shop, okay, then wow. Okay, let's think about that. What do you think you're going to have to deal with when people start getting coronavirus at your business and they like, wait a minute, you ain't that much more wealthier than me. Guess what? You're not going to be able to go and, join with the poor people and protest and all, because they're going to say, wait a minute, you thought you was rich, remember? You wanted me to be back a slave in your little shop of crumb making, okay? Yeah, you might lose friends, okay? Understand that. What is the point of striving to keep a couple of crumbs if it's going to cost you your soul? Let's think about that. You're making a couple more crumbs than the next person, but you done ran over all kind of people to get it. You didn't put people's lives at risk, like risks of getting the coronavirus. Okay? Takes a certain type of person to sleep with that on their conscience. A person that's not really of the most high. Okay? So think about that. When you say, I'm rich because I made $80,000 this year. See, I consider myself rich. So open my business up early during the stay-at-home order. I want my business open. Okay. When you can't meet health codes because the big rich people want to shut you down because they wanted you to stay in your place and realize you are not rich, okay? Then where you gonna run? Where you gonna run? Where you gonna run? You're not gonna run to the people that was only making $50,000 that you considered poor compared to your $80,000. You're not gonna be able to run at them because they're gonna say, hey, wait a minute, you claimed you was rich. You was out there protesting. So just think about it. Think about it. If you are making only $80,000 a year, you should not be out here protesting for your business to be open, to stay out order to be lifted open. Those are crumbs. You know that money wasn't all that good and all that wasn't stretching that far. So don't even be out there trying to put your business at risk of lawsuits because the coronavirus, got too many people at your business. Nope. There's a time for everything. Tough it out. Tough it out for another month. Tough it out. Okay? And first of all, if you out here begging that hard for your business to reopen early on a stay-at-home order, and you only been bringing in $80,000, you must not did very good at managing our money, or you must be struggling financially. You must have been like a lot of people, working business paycheck, business company paycheck to business company paycheck. I'm just keeping it real. A lot of people like to pretend like they're rich because they have a business with a name on it. Okay, but yeah, a lot of them ain't. They're on that, I make $80,000 a year. This makes me rich. I can act rich because I know people that make less. If you ain't up in the hundreds of thousands, you are not rich. So don't even go out there thinking that you're going to benefit if all the slaves are released from self-quarantine, from stay-at-home order. Don't think you're going to benefit much from that. Okay? Why? Because you wasn't benefiting that much when they was already free out of their homes when there wasn't no stay-home order. You wasn't benefiting that much as it is. Okay? Yeah. You know what? Let me tell you something. A lot of people think if they lift the stay-at-home order, my beauty salon is going to get bum rushed, and I'm going to get a whole lot of clients, and I'm going to make a whole lot of money because people need their hair done. Okay, let's think about that. There's a lot of people that's not going to make it, even in the beauty salon business, when the stay-at-home order is lifted early. Here's why. If you really think that rich people did not have people coming to their home to do their hair during this coronavirus, you are dreaming. You are out of your mind. Plenty of people have had, plenty of people that making good money, nice big fat savings, money saved up, had people coming to their house to do their hair during this coronavirus stay-at-home order. You really think? I mean, okay, I look at the news people. I'm like, why all their hair look so fabulous? I thought we was at stay at home. That's what I'm thinking. I'm looking on Instagram and I'm seeing all these celebrity people with all these bad hairdos. I mean, hairdos fly, almost flyer than it was before coronavirus. Well, wait a minute, I thought we was at stay at home. Some of them, they didn't care about the stay-at-home order. They let their hairdressers come in. So just because we was at a stay-at-home order doesn't mean your beauty salon business is going to really take off. It's going to win some kind of marathon beauty salon race to get all the crumbs. No. Then let me tell you, this coronavirus did not stop people from getting their hair done. It didn't. Some people getting their hair done is their whole life. If they ain't got their hair done, their life is over. That's how they feel. Okay? So, all these stupid beliefs, if we lift the stay-at-home order, I can go back to work. I could go back to work at Walmart or some little retail store. Let's cover that. If you are so anxious to get back on the slave chain, understand this. You are saying that those crumbs were so important to you that they mean more than protecting your life. You'd rather put your life in danger for some crumbs. I mean, and then your family in danger too. For crumbs. The crumbs wasn't that good before coronavirus. Why are they so more delicious now? You barely even got to see the crumbs. The crumbs vanished the moment that you even knew you was getting the crumb. Before you got to take the crumb home, the crumb was gone. You never got to see the crumb. So what does it matter? You know, take the little government help, take the little stimulus check, whatever money you got left in that account or tucked in a shoe in your closet or tucked in some jeans that you ain't worn in a long time or stowed away at a family member's house, go get it, put it in a safe place in your home, save it up, and pick off it slowly for only what you need. For 30 more days. Tough it out, okay? Tough it out, okay? First of all, this, well, but I'm not going to eat food. First of all, there's a time to eat and time not. You don't have to eat in the morning. You do not have to eat in the morning. The body is supposed to repair itself at that time, go into ketosis, autophagy, reverse aging, and do some cleanup. Your body does cleanup. You really aren't supposed to be eating when you wake up in the morning. So why are you pressed for food? Have some self-discipline. Take your body seriously, the health of your body seriously. Stop putting the health of your body in the government's hands. It's in your hands, okay? So stop this, oh, I'm going to die if I don't have 2 closets worth of toilet paper and a whole kitchen overflowing with food. Okay, it cracks me up because a lot of people sitting around here saying I have faith in the Most High. Okay, where's your faith now? Okay, where's it now? You don't have much faith then. If you will say, I'm not going to get no food, I'm not going to run out of food. Show some appreciation for your food and stop being greedy right now. Now ain't the time for greed. It's not the time to be greedy. Okay? Because greedy's just going to get you closer to the grave right now. When you get greedy and you want to sleep around some more right now, you might risk getting all different kind of viruses. When you get greedy and you want to eat more food and more food, you may realize you ran out of food before your next government coronavirus support check come in the mail. When you get greedy that you want to collect 1,000 masks and hope you can price gouge online, you might get turned in. You might be stuck with all these masks that you can only sell for the price you bought them for. And your shipping and all that labor work, you're doing for free because you got caught doing it. Look, all I gotta say is that stop and think before you think the government is doing you a favor. What makes you think that people in Congress don't want to benefit from this? Well, see, when you've been used to getting rich, it becomes an addiction. I'm talking about cash rich. See, understand there's all kind of riches. There's rich in spirit, there's rich in love, there's rich in peace. When you're chasing money, cash money, rich, you can get very addicted to that. And you may not care who the hell you step on to get more and more and more of it. So don't you think there's people in Congress right now in America that's like, I don't give a damn about these slaves. I don't care if they risk getting corona. I don't care if the minorities is at higher risk of getting corona for some strange reason, maybe genetics. You know, they're getting it more for some strange reason. I don't care. I just want to get richer. Stop pretending you know what these people in politics are thinking behind the scenes. You don't know what they're talking about. Just because someone give you a crumb don't mean they're for you. Narcissists give crumbs all the time. They crumb you all through the first year you're with them and love bombing. They crumb it. They crumb you every week. Crumb you. Until they feel like they got their fangs in you and they can just suck your blood and you falling in love with the crumbs so much you won't pull their fangs out of you. Anywhere there is a bunch of rich people, there's also 9 times out of 10 bunch of narcissists, grandioso narcissists. And we sitting in America where there's a huge gap between how much the owner is taking for his business and how much he's paying his slaves. Seriously. Okay, and this goes for the churches. There's so many people running churches, they're riding around in fancy Cadillacs in 8-bedroom homes while saying, donate to the church, donate to the church. Come on out and donate. Okay? A lot of these church owners think they're rich and they behaving like the narcissistic rich person. Just send me your money and I'll send you a prayer. Like they are literally working in heaven with the Most High directly. If they were, they would not be asking for donation after donation. Look, a lot of these church owners, they didn't want this stay-at-home order. That's why some of them was out here still not following the social distance rule. Why? Because they think if they don't, it's going to create distance between them and their flying monkeys, which is what you call servants of the narcissist. They're called flying monkeys. And that's going to create distance, and their flying monkeys might bail, and then when the stay-at-home order is lifted or the social distance lifted, it hurts their donations. And if it hurts their donations, they can't pay them huge car notes they had on them Cadillacs in them 2 8-bedroom homes that they own, and the one that's stashed away somewhere that the flying monkeys don't know about. I mean, I'm keeping it real. I'm a very real person when I want to be. So I'm just trying to tell you, stay your butt at home. Okay, everybody should for 30 more days. Tough it out. And let me tell you, if you don't go and get you a scarf mask or some kind of mask right now, I guarantee in about 2 weeks, good luck. You know, understand it. Just because there's people out there making masks and saying they donating, it don't mean when you go to the places you're going to get one. And guess what? Half of them are not even telling where they donated the masks to. They say so and so made 100 masks and donated them. They never say where. Okay? Why? They know a lot of people are sitting at home, and a lot of the poor people will know where those masks are, and they'll go and get those free masks, and that'll hurt the people, rich people that started some mask selling business online. It'll hurt their sales. Because many times I said, why won't they mention where these masks were donated to other than to the doctors and the lawyers? Why won't they didn't say what church we're to get these free masks at? Why do you think? Why do you think? Because they know a lot of the low-income people will sleep outside to get a couple masks and pay $15 for a mask. Okay? Why hasn't it been revealed where all that sanitizer was donated to? That man had all that sanitizer that he bought, that he was going to price gouge. They took it, and they have not mentioned where it went to, the places where it went to, so people can go get free hand sanitizer. You know why? Because these rich businesses that are making the hand sanitizer instead of the extra liquor, that'll hurt their sales. And see, understand, if sales are hurt at the rich companies, how does America make money off of taxes? Think about that. The more you make, the more they take. So what makes you think that America is really, that politicians are really for the poor? No. They must be for the rich, because that's where they're getting their big taxes from. When they're hitting them rich up for $1 million in taxes, that's like, They don't care about your petty little $10,000 in taxes. Okay? They don't care. The American government doesn't care about that. You're poor. Your only purpose is to make the rich richer. Understand that. The moment that a lot of poor people start realizing they got to wake up and stop this addiction to social media all the time, and stop this addiction to TV, and start strategizing their skills and mastering their skill and using the internet to make their own money, there's going to be less rich people. There's going to be a lot of rich people that's going to have to start selling them islands, going to have to start selling those mansions. Serious. I was reading a book yesterday. And let me tell you, I practice what I preach. I done wrote 4 books, 2 just during the coronavirus, okay? I taught myself how to write poetry and went to classes and mentorships. I got awards, success, all kind of stuff, okay? Hey, just the other day, a woman said, I learned so much from your, she said she learned a lot from my channel, more than she learned at the universities. That's what she said in writing. And this is a gift. She sent me money. See, your contributions. Poor people, listen. You're not contributing really nothing but to the rich man when you are working for him. When you are sitting up there the same game and retail and all that and merchandising and you customer service, what are you contributing? I'm serious. I'm helping someone buy clothes. Okay. Understand that. But how can that possibly increase your profit when you're not even in charge of your own profit growth? Think about that. Yeah, your contribution is important, but you still need to be in charge of your profit growth. You can't be if your name ain't on the business. The business, company, location, if your name ain't on it, you're not in charge of the money growth. You can sit up there and keep getting crumbs and can't do nothing about it but quit. Okay? So you can stop this whining about being a slave and I really need my stimulus check to, what am I going to do with that extra cash I have right now? How can I turn that into a profit? What can I make that will give me passive sources of income? Like writing books. Okay, let me tell you, people are always trying to avoid paying for education. which means they want to go for the books. They want to go for them cheap Kindle books. They want to go for them ebooks. Okay, the time of going into class to take education is becoming obsolete, which means cash in on the book industry. Whatever you know, put it in a book. Okay, check out my upcoming video and my little book that's going to be very affordable. That's going to show you how I did it. How did I write these books? What are some secret things that I do to get my books done like that? Okay, literally, I'm sitting up here editing 4 manuscripts that I just wrote back to back. Okay, teaching some things that I know a lot about. Never think that what you know about is not worth anything compared to another. Okay, say all you know about is growing plants indoors. There's a lot of people out here that don't know how to do that. That is the perfect time right now. The perfect time to write a book on how to grow plants indoors. Because a lot of people are still not going to be going out as much. Okay? And a lot of people may not have no land. They might need to figure out a way how to turn a room in their house into a greenhouse. Why don't you go read a couple books that teach you how, write your own, put it in your own words, and go make your millions. I'm serious. Now is the time to do it. Okay? So I'm just telling you, don't be trying to rush out. Take your butt, stay at home, get your little unemployment for 1 more month. You know, if you can get unemployment 1 more month right now, to stay home, to let the coronavirus, die naturally on it, to leave us. And you have that time to do things that will bring you passive sources of income. It's a win-win situation. Get yourself in a win-win situation. You got money coming in, and you got something that's going to bring more money coming in, and continue to bring money coming in through multiple sources of income, multiple sources. Okay? You can say it every day if you want. I'm thankful and grateful that I am now receiving an abundance of money through multiple products, through multiple sources of income on a continuous basis. This is something you tell yourself every morning, and you sit down and you do a plan. This is the time to do it. Stop letting people tell you, oh yeah, stay-at-home orders done. Why did I do that? Why? And he's going to look at you, or she's going to look at you and go, I don't know, I did the same thing. Now, while you're running up and down the aisles, spending the hell out of your stimulus check, and not on anything you need, somebody rich is going to be sitting up in their home or beside their pool telling their fellow rich person this. I told you they would do that. I'm going to make this a little bit more clear. When you get busy doing this, yeah, come on shopping with me with your stimulus check, yeah. Say, nah, man. I'm taking my stimulus check and investing it. I'm staying home, yo. That's what you need to say. Nah, I'm cool. There ain't nothing at that movie theater I can't rent on my cable. There ain't nothing at that movie theater that ain't coming in a red box. There is nothing on that movie theater that I cannot sit up there and get on bootleg. I'm gonna stay at home. I'm gonna take this money and I'm gonna go ahead and put it into a product that's gonna bring me multiple sources of income. That's what I'm gonna do. On a continuous basis, too. Continuous basis. Poor people, this is what you need to do right now. This is the time to do it. Think real smart. What do you think will be in demand in the next month during this coronavirus stay-at-home order or still social distance? What do you think? Are people going to get tired of scrapping for food and say, let me grab my own food? Planting season is happening. Why don't you start selling seeds? Go buy you a whole bunch of seeds on wholesale, get it with fast delivery, open you an account and just start selling seeds. Food seeds. Seeds that everybody's having a hard time finding. Food they having hard, like spinach. I done went to like 5 different stores trying to find spinach. Spinach is so hard to come by right now, and it's unbelievable. You can actually make money off of selling spinach right now. Seriously, I was thinking to myself, I said, I'm about to start selling spinach seeds because this is ridiculous. I got this land right here. See this? Look. Let me show you something. See that? I'm turning that whole part right there, another part, into a garden. See that? That's another one of my gardens up there. See that? See all that up there? It's going to be nothing but garden. My porch, my front porch, nothing but garden. Nothing. I got seeds growing inside. You know what I'm doing? I'm going to have a little sign on my yard. I'm going to post some little pictures and say, come on by. I'm selling vegetables. Can't nobody stop me from selling vegetables on my own property. Can't nobody do that. I'm going to put up some signs all over Clairton, pass some signs out, social distance, of course. That's what it's going to be. And, hey, I got vegetables. Come on by, pick something out. Of course, there's going to be some haters. They can call whatever. Guess what? You are not required to have a license to sell vegetables and fruit on your own land. You're not required. There's nothing nobody can do about it. So if you have land, get the plant and endorse, run out, get them plants, and start your own, literally, market on your own land. Look at all that land I got. Yeah, I got an old house. It has a nostalgic feel to it. It's old, but guess what? It's mine. Okay? So guess what? This was my flower garden. I'm now turning that flower garden into a food garden. Okay? So, what are you going to do with your stimulus check? Because I know where my checks is going. Okay? I'm just letting you know. Okay, I don't think you heard me. If you have property, okay, you living with family members that own the property, talk them into turning your land into a little market. You do not have to dig up the grass. You can put pots all over there if you want. You can put a tarp down with some holes in it and put your pots of vegetables and all that around it on your land. And you can actually put a fence. They make little cheap fences around your land, or a no trespassing time on your land. Okay, and then you can just have all these pots, of fruits and vegetables on your land. Okay, like I said, right there. I think I'm gonna dig it up today. I wasn't going to. I'm gonna dig up this part. I once turned my whole hillside and yard at my own old house into a complete garden and farm of mine. Okay, it was like big as all this, but this is all mine. I also have space in back. So I'm just telling you, okay? Don't sit there and say, but I don't own any land. Let me tell you something right now. Do you have a porch? Okay. Do you have a spare room nobody's using? Do you have a front yard that you can put some tables down? You do not have to own your land to sell on your land. All you gotta do is ask your landlord, hey, if you let me sell food and vegetable on land, I'll give you a cut. I bet you he said yeah. Okay. That's how I go. I'll throw you a couple extra bucks, when I pay my rent, if you let me set up some tables back here, to sell fruits and vegetables, when it's stay-at-home order lifted over the summer months. Because I understand, let me tell you, the prices of food have gone up so high. You can actually sell your fruits and vegetables right out your yard and garden, pesticide-free, for $2 more. Okay, but still under what the stores is paying. Okay, and give the buyer a little bit more, so they'll feel like they're benefiting from you. Get close to your community, connect to your community, tell them the reasons why you're doing it, so they know they're supporting a good cause. Mine is to support my daughter's education, and because my daughter actually lost a lot of hours at work because of the coronavirus. My husband was working for 20-something years and got laid off from his job during the coronavirus. I actually was scheduled to work a very good job in recreation, and the coronavirus stopped that too. okay? And whew, I was supposed to do workshops and everything, teaching workshops. Coronavirus destroyed it. So for additional income in my home, I'm going to do the labor of love. I'm going to turn a lot of my property into my own market of vegetables and fruit, whatever I can grow out here, okay? So don't sit there and say you gotta have land. All you gotta do is have a porch. All you gotta do is be in a good relationship with your landlord, and all you gotta do is to have some spare room. Shoot, take that little spare room you got with that little stupid couch in there for people to smoke weed and kick it in here or whatever. Get rid of that stuff and say, "This is my store, y'all." Yeah, okay. All you gotta do is make sure you keep track of your expenses and do your little taxes every year, whatever, and that's it. That's it. Okay. Look, let me tell you. For people that want to buy some quick land, go buy you a used home that you can remake, that you can fix up. They're selling them right now way below what they were selling them for. You can get you like a used home that needs really restored. You can get you one now for like 10,000. No, no, no lie, no lie, no lie. You put 4,000 down. You go get you a short little loan. For the rest of the amount, you pay that off in like 2 years. With your little your unemployment check, just whatever, and hey, you own your home, you got some land, you can start your own business on your own land, and hey, you don't gotta go out there and be a slave to nobody. You're your own boss. And guess what, when you're done with your land growing your vegetables and stuff, however you did it, you can put it in a book. That's another source that you're using to make money off what you know and what you can do well. I'm just telling you. Hey, start a YouTube channel, documenting it. Get monetized. Get money coming through your YouTube. That's the way it is, okay? So I'm posting this so I can show before and after so people can see what I'm going to do. What you see right now is breadcrumbs, but take a good look because it's not going to look like that in about a month or two, okay? Thanks for watching. Hit the like button, subscribe. Let me know you were here. Bye. They want to open their stores and their shops so they can get your stimulus check. That's why.